Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Faun tank transporter build. As always, I'm Mr. Lot from Mr. Lot's Model Making, and I will be your host for this next a little bit. Probably be around 60 minutes long, I think, since there's a lot of stuff I want to show you, including my first experience with Photo Etch. Yay! Why are we starting in the paint booth? Simple. As I mentioned, I did some sub-assembly. I mentioned this in the last video. I was going to do some sub-assemblies because I don't want to be showing a lot of gluing together, which is basically just following the manual and then, you know, then going to work with your Tamiya extra thin. The denubbing of these parts, same as in the last video as well, basically. So I'm not going to show you the 800 and something parts that this thing holds, because that would give me several hours of footage basically doing nothing that's interesting. I've also, you might notice there was a lot of filler work on these. All these press marks had to go, also on these press marks on the outside, God knows why. But anyway, the point of me being in the spray booth is this. I need to paint the inside of this, because when this goes on, yeah, this way, as you can see, I will not be getting a lot of opportunity to get a decent amount of coverage in. I'll also probably be doing something with some electrical wiring to make it look like there's hoses running through this neck, as there would be in real life, giving you something to show at from like this angle. I basically saw it in someone else's build and thought, yeah, that's a pretty neat idea. And it's actually in a visible place. I'm not sure if I want to do the same with the underside of the trailer, you know, showing like all the brake lines there, because to be fair, it's going to be really hidden, while this is going to be a detail that pops in into vision rather well. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go continue putting this in a primer coat. And what I'll be using for this is simple. I'll be using MIG one-shot primer. This is the grey one. I need the grey because grey is, it's easy when you're not really bothered about any pre-shadowing or stuff like that. Or even when you are bothered about pre-shadowing, you can still use grey because it's not too dark a grey. Yeah, it's like a good base to spray white over stuff that normally is harder to get coverage on. Like white over black is horrible, and any color over white is sometimes horrible as well to get decent coverage. Plus white is a pig to spray. Normally, I've also got these, mentioning white and black now, I've got the black Stynel res and I've got the white Stynel res. Same stuff as this, really. Same stuff as the UMP primers, just different labels. I also paid way too much for this stuff in the shop I went. Luckily, I now have better suppliers in the form of e-models and another local store where I get like small bits and bobs. But yeah, this is readily available off of e-models as well. So yeah, if you need it, go get it. Because this stuff attaches way better than like the Vallejo primer I started out with. Because that's now in the cupboards over there. You might see one sticking out, and it's going to stay there. It's going to stay there until I'm bothered binning them, I suppose. Right. Oh yeah, I might as well mention these because I've got a lot of press marks here, as you can see. And for that, oh. Why is he spraying? He's spraying. I touched the button. Why is the button? Oh my god. Sticky trigger. Sticky trigger. This is why I hate spraying clear coat through this thing. I sprayed clear coat through it for the the egg build and must have not cleaned it properly because it's suffering from sticky trigger. And that's the compressor going, filling up the tank again. It's just hold off on that. There it goes. Anyway, as I was saying, I use two products to fill seams and press marks and stuff like that. For press marks and stuff that needs, you know, thorough sanding, I will be going and grabbing Mr. White Putty. If I find any other parts that could do with it, I will be showing it on maybe this video, maybe the next video, but I will be showing it off during this build series if I get the chance. For like the smaller stuff, like this little seam here, I get this stuff out, the Vallejo plastic putty, which is basically it's marble dust and an acrylic resin, yeah. But this is not really all that durable. It's something like, what do? I drag it along this line, and then just with a wet cotton bud, I clean it up softly. You don't want to press it down because you'll just be grabbing all that stuff out again. But like for the really thin gaps, this stuff is lovely. For bigger stuff, you don't want to be using this. You want to be using more durable putty, which is Mr. White Putty or Tamiya putties. I think I've got a Tamiya putty here somewhere, but it's light curing, so it's like put it on and it's dry, which is annoying. And I have no idea why I got that stuff. Basically, I should have watched the label more carefully, I suppose. But yeah, enough waffling about fillers. Let's just get on with spray painting. So I need to get my little... Oh, don't knock the camera. Stay up, camera. Right, little cup. Little cup. Must put it on. Put these on the side. Don't need you. Don't need you for now. No. Don't need you for now. There we go. Put down. Oh dear. That's a bit gunky. Let's see if it's just clean residue. I need to get a sonic cleaner. Whatever you call it. I'm probably gonna cut this out, but this is loose filling of the video. But I had soaked it in cleaner earlier today. Yeah, that's bad. So I need to get all the residue out. Stickers now. No longer a sticky trigger. Alright, before I start, did I mention electrical writings? Yes, I did. Right, get this shaken. Do that off camera because it hampers movement. There we go, shake. Right, I'm not sure how much noise this will make. I'll be using the mask, so I'll probably not be talking that much. Unless you want me to sound like Darth Vader, which I probably am right now. I don't even know if you can hear this. But anyway, on to spraying. Get this. Get that open. Get the gunk out because it sticks. Some in the cup. Need to clean that up. Hello guys. Right, welcome back. We're back in the booth. Why? Because, well, you may have seen it. my previous shooting of me spraying didn't work as well. It was the first time I'm doing it, so I'm figuring out camera angles and stuff like that. But yeah, so we are back at the boot. Now I've already shaken the paint. I'm just gonna straight apply it from the bottle. Shitty bottles. Anyway. Go. So like I explained earlier, I am going to do some, oh god damn you Facebook, but I am going to do some custom details for inside here, some tubing. So I need to have this all sprayed up so I can get the tubing in another color without running the risk of later overspraying it. So I've added these steps. I'm not sure if I have shown this before this part or after this part, how to glue them on, because of the failed part with the spraying originally. I'm not quite sure how I'll be editing this one. But anyway, point is, we're about to spray some stuff. I need to grab my gloves before I get it all greasy. Gloves. Now it isn't a bajillion degrees outside. Well, it is, but I'm not really noticing inside yet, because it's the first time it's been hot, really hot this week. It should be cooling down over the weekend, or is it this weekend that it'll be hot and then cool down? I'm not sure. But anyway, point is, it's not super hot, so it shouldn't be super sweaty gloves all the time. Besides, my super sweaty glove won't be as centrally in shot as it was. Anyway, there we go. Put the mask on and spray some stuff. I put about 5 drops in here, so I think I forgot. Hope. How did my needle jammed? Great. And a bit of muck on the needle, or on the back end of the needle, which kept it stuck. Right, here we go. Is that a hair whipping around? Oh, Jesus. There we go. As you can see, it's turning nice and grey. So as you can see, I'm doing a medium coat about, and the one-shot name is quite self-evident. Anyway, back on the mask. Now, I'm going to see how it works on the photo edge. Alright. It is evident that on the white spots you will need to get a second layer on because it does shine through. Don't worry if any of this looks somewhat uneven and there's a few spots where you think like, he should have cleaned that up. This is just a primer layer. If any bumps are visible, we will send them back out, primer it again. No worries there. Ja, zo trot erin. Alright. That's that piece entirely primed. Do I have anything left in the cup? Right, now I have a conundrum. I have no clue how to place this down without touching any of the wet sides. This little empty cigarette carton should do the trick. Yeah, it is. It's not really stable, but it does. So I've got a little bit of paint left in the cup, and what I'll do with that is simple. There we go. Yes, I still need to clean that to get rid of the grease spots, but it's just like a little mist cloud of the stuff. It's not a big deal, really. And it doesn't waste paint. So yeah, so I'll be right back when I'm cleaning this out with some airbrush cleaners in warm waters. And then we'll do color again, this time visible, unlike the previous part. Like I said, I don't know how I will be editing this. I'll probably be cutting this part into my little intro, how to prep the paint, but into how to prep the airbrush. I sorted it earlier, or I might use this part as a standalone part later on. I'm not sure really. I'm gonna leave this in. I'm gonna leave this apology for not knowing how to edit this in. I mean, I'm all new to this after all. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'll admit that. But yeah, basically we've got this part done, and I can place that here. And now we've got there. We've got this part done as well. Yes, everything primed. Now it's just a layer of NATO green left. Like I said, I might be going back to sanding this thing a bit more, but I might not. I'm not sure, honestly. I'll let the primer dry and see how it goes, basically. But yeah, be right back while I go sanding. Right, welcome back. I've set up again. In this part, we'll be taking the photo etch I'll need for the trailer and trailer neck off the sprue, off the fret, or whatever this is, fret I think, yeah. And there's two little parts, let's see if this comes out on camera, these two, that need to be folded into shape because they're meant to be a step ladder. Let's see if I can show you this. Yeah, here, see these little step ladders here. There we go. So that's the idea. So this little step ladder will be made. So it starts off as a flat part, so we need to bend it into shape, like I said. This is some other stuff I sprayed off camera. Like I've done the axles, and these are all the little bits that go on the underside of the trailer. Which is also why I'm doing the photo etch now, because there's like little caps that go on and little gratings that go on these on there. So I'll be getting those off of the fret as well. To that purpose, I will be taking one of my little pots of holding parts. I don't use these for paint anymore because these are old. I got this from my dad. These from my dad when he used these as a teen. So I really won't be using them for that anymore. So let's go. To get them off the fret, I'll be using my little Hasegawa tri-tool photo etch nippers. So let's see. Let's get these steps out of the way first. Don't cut myself. Now, from what I gathered, the same logic applies as with cutting the plastic. You don't want to be cutting quite close to the part because it then, because you get dust and to warp it a bit from what I can see. So we're going to be filing down the rest, I think. Make sure we don't snap it off. Actually, I got that straight to the thing. These Hasagawas, that seems to be sufficient. So might as well do that this time. Yeah, okay. Phone call. Be right back. I'm back. Finish that phone call. Let's snip the rest of these off. So I have, like I said, discovered with that one that I can cut close to the part because it's very fine photo etch, and this is really sharp new scissors meant to cut it. So let's do that. Let's see. It might be easier if I do it this way. Let's see what I'm cutting. And that last one. There we go. That's two of them. Still left a little bit here and there. So I'll have to use the files. And that's completely done. Let's see. What else do we need? We need PE21. So just 21 and PE19 apparently. So let's see. So this is those off yet. Eek, eek. Okay, that's gonna be annoying, but that's why I have this wax pencil. That's bad. Might as well put these in the pot. And that's why I got that. Let's see. There we go. So that's all the photo etch we'll need for now. Let's put these in the pot as well. It's back on here. There we go. Slide it back a little baggy. And I just noticed that I didn't have my oh damn it, I didn't have my microphone on for most of that. Hopefully it was loud enough. If not, I will adjust the gain for this part. That's annoying. So annoying. Damn it. Fool. Right, so first thing we'll be doing here, wax pencil of handling photo etch. I'll be getting my bending tool perfectly bent. And I just noticed I did most of that off camera. No, I might have not done that off camera. Focus. 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 Anyway, even blurred out, you can see very nice angle there. Very nice angle. And let's do the other one. I probably need to see if I can do that a bit more on camera. Basically lift the tool up, put it on the little pre-cut edge, right there. Oh, come on. Perfect. There we go. Clamp it down all the way. That's perfect edge. Get our little tool again. Put it underneath there. And then just simply fold it up. There we go. Perfect. That's two of them. Perfectly bent into shape. This might be a bit too far, but we can always pull that back ever so slightly. No problem there. Perfect. There we go. Then these won't need anything bending wise. Let's put those back into the little pot. Ooh, I love that. That was such a good feeling. Good experience for my first photo etch, but were pretty simple. 90-degree angles and just pop it in. Could have done this with the what are they? Sprues. Oh dear. Luckily they fell on the rubber. Yeah, I could have done it with these, which are basically smooth. Yeah, photo etch pliers. Bending pliers, yes. But you know, this is just as easy. No chance of your part pinging away or something like that. Clamp it back down. And it comes with these lovely little wedges to wedge it up. There we go, put them back on there. Right, so the next part we'll be doing with the photo etch is gluing it on, of course. These little steps I just did will be going on last. Because that would require finishing the entire sub-assembly that the neck is, that the neck of the trailer is. The ones we will be doing is the ones that go on this box, this box. I got a feeling I have not made enough boxes because I saw more. Oh wait, no. Oh, I do need PE22 as well, but that goes on the other side of the box, so I'll hold off on doing those until I've glued on these. So there's 3 separate PE parts just for each of this box. The above ones are the gratings, I believe. And that'll be going on there like that. So this thing, they're slightly oversized, I glued that together wrong. No, I did not. I glued that together right. I was just holding it the wrong way around, yes, there we go. Okay, ever so slightly oversized on that edge, but nothing major. Nothing major. Suppose I could leave. It's sticking out that way and maybe then cut off maybe not. No. So minimal that the way it sticks out. So yeah, this is the idea. Grating on the top, and then these plates on the side. Let's see. Let's see how these go on. Ooh, no. Oh, little nub. Left little nub in there. Oh, I need to clean that up. Yeah, how do these go on? Surely not. Surely not. I need to make sure I'm this way around. Oh wait, that's PUK. That's B21, I should have not been using that. I should have cut off PE22 for that. For this one, however, it should be the right one. Yes. But I am completely lost what these should be doing. These meant to go in here? Surely not, no. Oh, wait, no. I know now. Yes, this is for the warning things. For the wide load warning things, which is why it sticks out, yes. So wait, these are locator holes? Oh, these are locator holes on the side then. Okay, now I get it. So basically you want to go for the locator holes. And then the photo edge goes in that way. Needs a bit straightening out, but cool. Okay, so that's figured out. Oh, I need more photo edge. I just noticed there's a little clasp that goes on. Little clasp that goes on the side, but I'll be doing that off camera. So I'll be continuing with the prep work on the PE. I think that's all of it. Yeah, it is. And as soon as that's done, yeah, I'll be back as soon as that's done, and then I'll do the rest of the sub-assembly on the trailer. Maybe show off how I'm doing the electric wirings that will be going in here. I'll also be showing you how to spray the color on that. But yeah, I'll continue with prepping the two missing clasps, putting them on there, and then I'll set everything up to start gluing the PE. Yeah, so next step, gluing PE. Be right back. Alright. First of all, welcome back. In this part, like I said, I might have mentioned, I'm saying it like I said, but I'm not sure that I mentioned this. But anyway, I wanted to review the attaching of the photo edge, these little steps, because like I probably mentioned it, unless I cut it out, but the Zap thin CA glue, yeah, horrible stuff to work with. And I discovered that using my trusty PVA glue, I could reasonably, could achieve reasonably sturdy attachments as well. And then I discovered this stuff. This is from Zero Paints, called Crystal Clear. It's basically the same as the micro scale stuff, which is also called Crystal Clear, I believe. Which is basically, it's a glue for clear parts, but it also works for small parts. So I figured might as well try it for PE, since these clear glues usually are quite closely related to. Alright, let's try to focus there. Are usually quite closely related to PVA type glues. So yeah, anyway, these little steps. I need to go on. See if I can zoom in here. this without too great a loss. So the nails need to go right on top of here. So what I'm going to do is pop off the cap, place a tiny bead here on the flat part here. Probably need to turn my light for this to work. To turn it, there we go. Should work better. So basically then this flat part here, place down a little bead of glue. There we go. First work some out of the tube. Tube might be stuck. It's not going to fit, is it? Do I have something to unstuck this? So PVA has sealed, the clear glue has sealed the top of this. What is it? You need to cut it off. What's happening here? Huh, you need to cut it off. Oh well. This will leave me a file applicator, I guess. Nope, still not working. Scissors. Scissoren. Apparently that's still not working. Oh dear. Be careful here. There we go, and we're through. That was one mighty clog, that was. So this stuff clogs in the cap fairly easily. Good to know. So I split the nozzle, so I'm probably... actually should be fine. Anyway, now that that is solved, I was saying, top of here, you can see that tiny bit of glue. There we go, and just use the tip of the bottle to spread it around a bit. And now do the same, because this is an angle. So this little flat piece, let's see if this is kind of, this little flat piece will be sitting against the back like so. So for the secure bond, I want to get a bit of glue on there as well. Just put it in the corner. There we go. You can see the glue. Tiny little step ladder. Now I have noticed it's quite a tight fit, so there we go. Then, as you can see, some splooged out. It does dry clear, but it would leave a bump in the paintwork. You don't want that, you want a crisp edge. So we take some H2O. Take a cotton bud. Oh, zoom back out again. So H2O, a cotton bud. Go to the hairdressers, my hair is getting too long. And then just gently rub it away. Like so. And as you can see, I cleaned up perfectly. Sure it's a good fit. Tap with that. And a bit more splooged out. No worries. Same again. Clean it up. And there you go, that's one. Now we just, ooh, and then you touch it and you move it and you're an idiot. I suck. So right, now this dries, let's do the other side. So again, same deal. Small bit of glue here, you can see there. Small bit of glue here. Might be a bit too much, but no worries. We can clean that up. I might just start using this like I would do the micro scale. Like, yeah. Anyway, the same company that makes micro scale industries. Might start using their clear glue. Might start using it like their clear glue. That's what I was talking about. Since it doesn't come with an applicator like this, it just comes in the bottle. So I might as well screw off the applicator and start using it from the bottle with an old paintbrush as well. There we go. Let's see, did it leave a nice fit? No, it did not. Just push it in with the cotton bud, that should work. As you can see, there's a little gap left between this part and that. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of this to seal that up, make it look a bit more like a weld. But for now it needs to set. After that, I'll probably film that as well. After it's set, when I apply this. But after that, back to the paint booth. So I will be back in a moment. Alright, we're back. Plans changed again, yes. What a surprise, I know, surprising. Plans changed again. Been on my mic here. There we go. But yeah, after like priming these, I noticed that I'll need more filling to get these press marks out, these release marks, pin marks, whatever you want to call them. So what I've did is I've put some Mr. White Putty by Mr. Hobby into this little paint tin, and I added a few drops of cellulose thinner, because that's one of the few things that can actually thin down the Mr. White Putty. So I'll be putting some on my brush, as you can see, and I've noticed that along these edges here it wasn't quite smooth. So what I'm going to do with this is quite simply brush it on. If you thin it this way, I've noticed that it actually, I can make it go on like sprue goo. But you are working with a very volatile thinner, being cellulose. So be careful. Remember to close your cellulose container with cellulose thinner afterward, because that stuff is highly, lethal. See if I can put this a bit more on. There you go. Just get some on the brush, as you can see. Just wherever you notice the unevennesses or like little gaps. The first round of filler didn't work. You want to be dabbing in this. Just load up the brush. significantly now. There we go, just loading it up here. I will need some more thinner, so I'll grab that. Might be a bit much, but we'll also be adding a bit more of the putty. This side. This putty. Now, since I've already added thinner, I'll be applying some white putty to this. Spray again. There we go. And then I'll just scrape it off gently. There, now we have a much more liquid substance. And you can just brush on. Being quite liberal, because we are going to sand this all down again, leaving us with a smooth surface to paint on. Obviously you don't want to be applying this with an expensive brush, you want to be using a cheap one. This is actually from the supermarket and I'm using it at the moment. So a very cheap thing that I don't care about if it dies and bristle starts falling out. I mean, you would probably kill a non-synthetic brush with this quite quickly because you are working with cellulose thinners. Don't do this on Bandai plastic if you're a gunpla builder. Don't do this on gunpla plastic. I wouldn't risk it. Not with cellulose thinner. It isn't the friendliest of stuff, and then Bandai plastic is a bit, you know, susceptible to more aggressive, hotter thinners. Through it. Bottom of your cup should be clean. Sidewalls probably won't be, but I'm not really too fussed about that. The sides are actually reasonably clean. Anyway, clean stuff. Clean brush. Well, this won't be perfect ever again, but you know, it'll work for other applications in the future. And what I'm going to do with this is leave it dry overnight. And then sand it, which as you can see I've been doing pretty much all night. Just sand up little flaws and doing... oh crap, where did my card go? There it is. No, that's not it. Ah, bugger, I lost it, didn't I? Oh, that's great news, now I need to got a new one. Annoying. Anyway, but yeah, where I noticed little gaps and little bumps in my filler works, I had to sand it back and, you know, just basically perfect it. Which is what I had to do with this one, which is now looking very smooth, baby. Smooth. But enough of that. I have to, ooh, brownie. Yes, brownie. Treat later on. Treat noms. I know you English peoples might say, oh, why does it back, you know, if you're quick, why does it say poppies? Poppies is actually a baker's that is in the so-called West Hook of Belgium. Like, ooh, damn it, and that's the box dropped. Which is where the, you know, Belgian front was in WW1. Hence poppies, because there were poppies, and you know, poppies famous, really famous, with Belgian chocolate, of course. But I digress. No, I digress. Because what I'm about to show you is what I promised I'd show you in part 1 of this series. Lad. I've already teased it, like when I got this, because I got this as an early birthday gift. Ta-da! Oh, look at that. Big lad. Big lad. Big gun. Ooh, big gun. The Meng 1/35 scale Panzerhaubitze 2000. 2000! I probably butchered German. I never took German, even though it's one of the official country languages. One of the country's official languages in Belgium. Doobie. Yeah, I went in a certain direction in my high school level education, whatever you call it in your country. I went a direction that didn't have German, so excuse my pronunciations. But yeah, what is this thing? It says on the box, German self-propelled howitzer with add-on armor. The add-on armor bit's important because this kit is also a new tool, revised tool by Meng, because they also make a slightly older kit, that does not feature the additional armor. It doesn't feature the hard points for it either. Therefore, this is actually only a couple of weeks, months, 2-3 months old, something like that, I believe. It's a really new kit. It's really shiny. But yeah, let's open the box. Basically, I got the idea from seeing a picture on the interwebs, on public forums, of the real thing standing on top of a Faun tank transporter, which we are building. So I figured, instead of the APC, so what is the APC going to be? The APC, which I unboxed shortly in my unboxing video when I received it from eModels. Yeah, that's gonna be like it's an escort vehicle, I suppose. It's a joint operation. It's gonna be a joint operation. Is how I want to think of it. But yeah, quick unbox. That's the additional armor. These black reactive armor pads. That's my cat being naughty. Hello, cat. Say hello to the camera. Jumping on the desk. You know you can't. Comes pretty much classic kit. Lower tub, upper half. It's together. Hard points, like I said, also on the turret. For the additional armor. Polycaps for the torsion suspension, because this is actually all working suspension. Road wheels, detail bits, drive wheels and grates and stuff like that. Upper turret ring and side skirts. I'm not gonna unbox all, I'll be honest. You'll see it as it's getting built. You'll hear my comment on it as it's getting built. Which is it's going to be probably I'll probably start building it in part 3, to be honest, because the trailer's nearing a stage where I have to put in the little things that lock onto the tracks to hold the tank in place. Plus, wait, where are they? Yeah, there they are. Plus these little arms, because that's the ingenious part of this trailer in real life. Arm normally, when not in use, locks in here, see if it locks in like that. Yeah, this little hole on the top and then these slots. When it's in use, the way it works is it still slots in one of these holes, but it can also extend, and then this, where the pin's at, this, basically links up. Is it on that part of the hull? I think it's actually in a separate glue-on detail piece, but basically, yeah, here the rings would go in here. This would link up with this, like when the tow hooks are in. So that in conjunction with these things that go in here to lock on the lock on the tracks. Yeah, keep the thing in place. So it's pretty ingenious, and that's why you also see. That's the entire point of me building it up front, basically. Other cool thing I wanted to show you before I end this video. So it's not going to be the most logical videos this part, because a lot of stuff went wrong. Like I did some soldering on the photo etch part on the trailer, which went less than stellar, but now that the soldered part is painted, it doesn't look that bad, and I might hide it with a bit of weatherings. But what I wanted to show you is what's in this box. This is in this box. And this is the barrel. Yes, this is the entire barrel for this boy. Basically, turret's about that size. It's a big turret, so that's about what will be sticking out of my hand. And this entire pit. This is basically the counterweight, so it's balanced, so you can still move it, and it won't drop. It's not reliant on, like, you know, polycaps or something like that holding it up. No, it's been, you can actually see it, counterbalanced, which is pretty cool. You also notice trackling box. Won't be touching that. Nope, will not be touching that. Why will I not be touching that? Simple. The kit going with a little extra. Yes, tiny little bit of extra. Let's put the kit itself away. So I don't know if yes, I'll be going for a NATO. NATO scheme, but without the, not sure yet if I will going for the ISAF scheme. I might actually go for an ISAF scheme, which is the security forces in Afghanistan. But this is also what I got with it. Figured, you know, metal tracks. Fuel model from Hungary, the ATL line of tracks. Quite hefty. Comes with a wire, which you can so you can cut out track pivots from that. And pivot pins. Comes with 3 baggies of links. 2 big baggies, 1 smaller baggie to go in the bends where it goes around the drive wheel and around the idler wheel and stuff like that. Made in white metal. Very nicely done. Only annoying part is that the rubber pads that the Leopard and its related brethren, because this is partly developed on, it's partly based on the Leopard chassis. They come with these tracks, and like if you notice, we get a stick of pointings. Sorry, Ted. I'm not going as far as sticking a hand on it, but sorry. This little block here with a little shadow line here. This and this are rubber pads, which are actually molded into place. Let's see. Yes, they're actually molded into place. So I will have to probably paint those at a certain point to make it look right. What I also got for him though, oh wait, might as well put it back in the baggie. Back in the baggie. go. Yes, available from eModels as well. This, not the tracks. I think I ordered. When I heard I was getting that kit, I ordered those straight off of Friel the Hungarian guy's website, frielmodel dot something. And ordered it from there, but eModels does sell this, aka burnishing fluid, which is basically you put the tracks in that. Depending on what effect you want to reach, you're going to weather them with a chemical reaction, basically make them look like this, giving them a burnished, used feel. So I'm going to dump the tracks in that, and then the running surface is going to be sanded off again, and I'll be putting black on that to simulate the rubber with some, might be using rubber black from the Tamiya. I might be using this. Shall also be using, which is no, not that. It's dark tracks. It's paint tracks, which I don't need. I will get in dark tracks with that. Not that one, not that main product. No, but rubber and tires. Using rubber and tires. If I don't like it, I can still switch to Tamiya rubber black. But anyway, for now, I'm going to round off there. I'm going to continue primering everything. Probably going to, I'll be honest, I'm probably going to spray a whole lot of stuff in the NATO green already. And then in the next video I'll probably finish off spraying a bit, so I can show you how color goes on decently without having a huge glove in the hand like I did when I first tried to tape it. Because I already did do the inside of this. And then, you know, the seam, where is it? This part goes in. I covered in Abteilung's liquid mask, and so I'll show you that in part 3, because it's gonna be too long a video otherwise, and I want to keep it interesting. But anyway, in part 3 I'm going to show you how to put on color. I'm going to show you how to, oh yeah, also a big one for part 3. It's gonna be a very painting heavy one, that, because I'm going to be painting these in Tamiya clear orange. These are the indicators that go on the side of the trailer, you know, as is typical on lorry trailers, which are orange. So these need to be painted orange, hence me taping off everything. I used the stronger like indoor painting tape, masking tape stuff, but that's only going on top of the Tamiya type. Oh, it's my spliff, god damn it. It's going on top of this Tamiya masking tape, and then holding the little baguette came on to that. That's basically all this is for, protecting the other parts. So yeah, clear orange, and then detail paint the little edges with a bit of black to resemble the fittings. So should be interesting. Shown a lot of stuff about, because it's the first time I'm going to be using a Tamiya clear paint. I could be doing the MIG ones as well, but from what Fox, aka Model Making Guru, has told me on the eModels Monday night live stream, it's very goopy, very thick stuff, so I might stick to the Tamiya stuff. I know it's about 75% finished to 25% paint. Need to double check that. But yeah, so it's gonna be heavy on the painting. Also, final assembly of the trailer. I'll be gluing on the axles. I'll be gluing on several bits that will have had their paint. And then just, I'm not sure if I'm already gonna be able to clear coat it in that episode, because I need to be careful with what I promise, because my episodes they might they're not way too long like this one, because I'm already half an hour in. But anyway, yeah, paint and probably something else as well, assembly related. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Oh yeah, no. I need to stop myself there. I'm probably going to do some, or at least showcase what I've done on the lower hull of the self-propelled howitzer I just showed you, which should be cool, because I need to do it to be able to start, like I said, the stuff that holds. You get the idea. I'm not going to repeat what I said earlier. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like my video content, do check out my Facebook page as well, which, oddly enough, I don't know the URL to myself. Let me see. It's odd, isn't it? But it's quite fresh. I basically made it to go along with the YouTube channels. There we go. Facebook.com/lots model making, and on that you'll see pictures of what I'm doing. You'll see pictures of, you know, the Faun build as well, stuff that will feature in videos, or won't feature in videos, but is something like, you know, I'm on this step, so you can still, because I can't show everything. I've already explained this. I can't show everything, not on a build this big, but it's an additional source of reference material, so you can follow along with the build basically. So yeah, do go check it out. But for now, I'll say bye bye guys, and catch you all later. Bye bye.